All right, Jilly Jill. Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on because it takes two to tango. Ronald? To get his side of the story. So she's driving me insane. Never spends heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, and I'm about to lose the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light. See the light. What up, what up, what up? Everybody hit that like button as soon as you get in here. Let's get in the algorithm. Hopefully YouTube will promote. Please hit that like button.
So I was married for 8 years. Recently divorced. About 7 months now. And my ex-husband got married a couple months back. So yeah, he moved on fast. I didn't care. But my question is, why does he text me all the things that I asked him to do in our marriage that he's starting to do in his new marriage? He texting you? Hold on, wait. You mean like he flexing on you? He flexing. I got keys. Now, why y'all texting? But he's remarried. There's no reason why he should even have that level of access to you. He should not have the ability to be able to flex on you about something that he couldn't do in a marriage with you. Like you really want? No, he shouldn't be doing it. First of all, that already shows that he's lacking already. Is he really flexing though? That's not no flex. You're confident enough in your own marriage. You got to keep on trying to contact me. Like that says a whole lot about him. But I'm talking about for the sake of your own power. Cut that access or set the boundary. What does the text look like? Is he sending you a picture of like the dishes done saying, see, look, I did the dishes? He'll let me know. He's like, oh, hey, good morning. I wore my CPAP last night. Like, boy, do you still want him? No. I don't like cheaters in a relationship. I think I figured it out. The new wife, is that a person he cheated on you with? Yes. Okay, hear me out. This man, during that period, He's had both of you all to satisfy him. He was married to you, had her on the side, and he had two women in which he could get what he needed from both in order to sustain him. When he left you and went to her, she by herself is not enough, just like you by yourself was not enough. So now that he's in a relationship with her, he still needs a relationship with you to get what he needed. And that is what I think a lot of men miss when they do side chick math. What ended up happening is you start to see that that person was only satisfactory to you, that you were cheating with, because you had the foundation of your main chick to build upon. And when that's gone...
Hey, get him out of here. What if the dude is a dismissive avoidant who keeps in contact with their exes? Do you see what I'm saying? Like the whole Sherlock Holmes approach. Yeah, because what he doing is trying to... Listen, what if he's dismissive avoidant? And that's what they do. Well, what is dismissive avoidant? Right, but you on a platform talking about relationships. No disrespect, it's entertainment. I'm entertained. No disrespect, it's cool. Tonight's conversation. But it's just conversation. No disrespect. No, none whatsoever. It's just, what if he's dismissive avoidant? And what if she's anxious, preoccupied, which is why she allows the access? Because if he's already gone and married again, I don't even like the way they just attack the brother when it's two people in this conundrum. Now, see, that's a mess. See, I done figured it out. See, what had happened was he been with both y'all, right? No, correlation does not equal causation. Man, y'all better get to the phone lines. Last night, we were talking about the foolish beliefs around marriage. People would rather get married and have failed at it just to say they did it. Right? That's a common belief. Right? At least I tried. At least. Let me explain something to you. Okay? You should not marry unless you're 100% sure that you love the monster in the mirror and that you love the reflection of that monster who you exchanged vows with. Yes, we're all monstrous, right? In terms of not being healed, in terms of not doing work. Sure, if you're gonna get married, this is why the old folks, they was on to something. They said, if you're gonna do it, y'all better get in there and make it work. You hear the old folk, marriage is work, child, because they've decided to be with a work in progress. I wonder, does this generation even understand that every person you meet is on a spiritual spectrum within themselves? Who they are when you met them is not who they're gonna be in the next 5 to 10 years or 15 years. You're not gonna be the same. Everybody is on a self spectrum. Oh, my goodness. My niece does this to me on purpose. I don't listen to the clips. I just send them to Andy. Andy loads them in, and here we go. I get triggered. The voice of reason is back. You already know what it is. KBLA Talk 1580. And we have another riveting topic. Yesterday was about marriage myths. Today, now this is a heavy one right here. Today, yesterday was heavy too. Today, can divorce be seen as a pathway to self-realization, enlightenment, or individuation? Examining the dark night of the soul, aka the annihilation of the aspects of the ego that the toxic union or marriage created. can you get on the path of individuation? Now, you know, we've been talking about individuation for a couple of months now. Can you get on the path of healing yourself, making yourself whole, one, through this death of an identity? What do you mean, Zoe? Can divorce be a type of crucifixion? Personal crucifixion, egoic crucifixion. Oh, let's talk about it. What if your divorce was not a failure, but a crucifixion of sorts? Not the collapse of love, but the execution of the small performative self you constructed to survive within your toxic marriage. I'm calling you to the floor tonight. I know you don't want to. The little self, the appeaser, the pleaser, the controller, the martyr, the thespian, the intimate thespian, yeah, that person, right? You know it was never built to last, right? It was a beautiful masterpiece of a mask, sewn from unacknowledged childhood wounds, toxic dysfunction, self-centered tendencies, and manipulative social scripts. Divorce did not kill you. It killed the costume you mistook for your true identity. This is the scandal nobody wants to talk about. Sometimes the gospel begins not at the altar of union, but at the tomb of dissolution. I know you don't want to hear it put that way. Psychologically speaking, let's peel it back some. We carry into marriage the survival strategies of childhood. You've heard me say this often. Insecure attachment styles learn how to manipulate in order to survive the environment they're being raised in. If we learned that love required compliance, we became the peacemaker. If love required performance, we became the achiever. Look, Mom, see? Look, I need your love, right? If love was inconsistent, we became hyper-vigilant, learning how to monitor every slight shift in tone, every sigh in the night. Marriage, far from healing these patterns, often reinforces them. You want to know why the divorce rate is so high? You don't know nothing about the spiritual aspect or the psychological aspect or how they intersect to define and describe what relating actually means. You just do it because you're a human being. I'm a man, let me go find a woman. And of course, all the other styles that are out there, all the other flavors, right? But you just do it because it's part of the human condition, right? But you don't understand why you do it. Why am I attracted to a particular person? And at the same time, you hold marriage in such a high regard, for healed people, it's a great thing. How about that? For people on the healing path, it's a great thing. Can you imagine an unhealed married couple with a house full of kids? You get the Jacksons. You get the Jacksons. And listen, no disrespect, I love the Jacksons, man. But Joe was something else, wasn't he? Them kids different. Them ain't no regular kids. Them talented, but boy, Gary, Indiana, you can't tell me the dysfunction wasn't high in the family. Michael talked about it. Janet talked about it. Do you understand? Just because you married and y'all together, if you're unhealed, it ain't good. But we hold it in such high regard, it's almost beyond reproach. Marriage is like mama. Can't say nothing bad about, but if we really want to get down to the nuts and bolts of it, right? Marriage, far from healing these patterns, often reinforces them, gives them purpose, vigor, and a reason to survive. We unconsciously recruit a partner who plays the opposite role, the controller to our appeaser, the avoidant to our pursuer, the critic to our performer. The union looks like love, but often it is a stage play where trauma scripts are performed with religious devotion. Divorce then becomes the tearing down of the stage. The production is over. Break it down, everybody. Let's break it down. Right? This is actually a good thing. Right? Forcing the actors to flee. The lights go dark and you stand alone, naked, without your role. Who are you without the mask you had to wear in order to stay in holy matrimony? Who are you? Crucifixion, the death of the ego self? In Christian mysticism, crucifixion is not just the death of a man, it is the death of the small self, your ego. It is agony, yes, but agony with a purpose, to expose illusion and strip the ego bare. Divorce enacts this in real time, reenacts it in real time. The small self, the one who depended on approval, validation, or control, is nailed to the cross of rejection, abandonment, or betrayal. You cry out like Jesus did. You say, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. My God, why have thou forsaken me? And in that cry is the truth. It is not God who has forsaken you, but your egoic God of illusion, the idol of forever, the ego that believed wholeness was purchased through partnership. Do you understand? Divorce is the crucifixion because it destroys what cannot survive the light of truth. The persona dies, the mask dies, the survival strategies die. And yes, it feels like you are dying. But the self beneath the false self does not die. It awaits the true resurrection, the phoenix, the rebirth of the real you. Not the one who had to pretend to be what they needed you to be in order to hold the relationship together. Do you understand? Saturday, the dark night of the soul. Between crucifixion and resurrection lies the silence of Saturday. When we come forward, if you think I'm just getting started, you'd be right. You'd be right. The voice of reason is going to continue to break down this concept of divorce. Y'all tapped in? You understand what we saying? What up? What up? Are y'all tapped in? Is it making sense? Do you understand the metaphor that's being laid out here? Oh, oh. Okay, I got you. Okay. Are y'all talking to me or no? It's the break time. Let's talk. Is this making any sense? All right. Callie Soul. She might not be in here now, but she sent something earlier today to the Cash App. Thank you, Callie Soul. Where y'all at? What is happening? I'm not seeing any chats. What's going on? Are y'all talking? Are y'all in there? Is the chat turned on or off? There we go. All right, I got you. At least you said something, he who thinks. What in the world? Is it possible to refresh? I don't know. Here we go. She should call it.
Level of rigor mortis that happens in a relationship before it actually, as it's starting to die. There's a level of stiffness toward each other. Non-communication that happens that begins to show you, you know what, now that I'm thinking about it, that probably started years before the death of the actual situation. If you can understand that, then it informs how you live your relationships from then on. Because if you understand, wow, I wasn't communicating. I made it a habit of not communicating, but expecting them to know everything they need to know. That's where I contributed to the death of this situation.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason has come full circle. What was the name of the lady who just called? She didn't give you her name. She wants to know if I'm black because she feels like I'm going in too hard on black people. Listen here. I'm in alignment with my purpose, child. I'm here to wake us up. I know my words are triggering. They're designed to be that way. I know. It's difficult to listen when somebody rips down the lie you've been living your whole life. Yeah, I'm blacker. You understand me? I'm blacker than the lacquer on your headboard, child. Listen. I got to go hard. Did you see that man in Carolina that just decided to just get up and kill the Ukraine refugee for no reason? Did you see what happened in Chicago when the baby daddy got the girl in the headlock so the other girl can shoot and kill her? What you mean? he don't like black people. Does Farrakhan not like black people? And does he call us to the floor? Don't bring your coward self into this conversation if you ain't really ready to have it. You sit your tail to the side and just listen to the voice of reason. That's what you do. But don't call in here trying to call me to the floor. Oh, no, child. No. I know it triggered you. I know. Because it's designed to do that. We need help as a people. Look at all the content out there. It's goofy, it's uninformed, it's entertainment based, and it's from us. We move the culture on what's fly. We made Kevin Samuels fly, and he was tearing y'all down. Is Zoe tearing y'all down? Is Zoe saying black women ain't nothing? Black men ain't nothing? No, what he's saying is we need help. And you gonna call and question my blackness? If you don't think I'm a brother, then check my chromosome, as good brother Chuck D from Public Enemy would say. And got my feathers ruffled. What in the world? Stay your coward self on your couch and listen to this work, because you gonna get it. If marriage mirrors the ego's desire for permanence, does divorce function as its most spiritual teacher by annihilating illusions of stability? Huh? When a relationship ends, what exactly dies? The bonded self or the unexamined selves we created to sustain that relationship? Can the collapse of a union serve as the same kind of ego death mystics describe, where nothing remains but pure awareness? If divorce is an initiation, what archetype are we stepping into? The orphan, the pilgrim, the prophet, or all of them at once? When I come forward, the voice of reason has a divorced couple on the line, I think. This is gonna get deep. I didn't even expect this to happen. The voice of reason is about to go through the stratosphere. Here we go. Call in here trying to, is Zoe black? Girl, goofy self. And then cowardly, have your man call in. The fuck? Hey, what up, y'all? Y'all know how y'all brother do? What up, what up, what up? Let's get a city roll call. Hey, only 3 people left to hit the like button. Hey, who said White Ranger? Who said White Ranger? 3 people. Hit that like button. Let's go. Not if you don't want to, John. Not if you don't want to. You tell me your level of comfortability. John, you tell me your level of comfortability, sir. And what y'all waiting on? Y'all know I need y'all to support in whatever way. Let's talk. Somebody got to send a prayer. Getting confirmation now. Cool. You just let me know however you want to engage, and it's all love. That's right. No cursing. Hey, what's macking? Suge Mac 510. Hey, Andy, were you talking to Sean? Oh, I thought he called in because I heard you say you got to stay on topic. It was. Oh.
It was that lady I was talking about.
Really? She wanted to talk about what?
She wanted to question whether you was black.
Oh, you should have just put her on.
I'm sorry, man. I was so taken aback by that question.
Yeah, like what?
I was like, hold on, like, where are you getting this from?
What?
Because at the first time I thought it was a troll.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I was like, hold on, it sounded like a sister, like a black woman.
Really?
And then she explained herself. She was just like, yeah, because, you know, I was listening to the show yesterday, and Zoe was just going in, and I ain't gonna lie, I had to, like, cut her off. I was just like, hold on. Zoe was talking to us, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
can we not be critical of each other, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Without it seeming like he's against us or something, you know?
Right.
And then I think I might have said something about where she was taken aback. She was like, oh, I must have struck a nerve with you. And I was just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I think I said something, depending on the topic. I mentioned something about the topic or whatever. And she was like, well, I am on topic. I don't know. And I was just like, well, look, I was like, yo, you're wasting your time airing your grievance with me because I'm doing other shit too. Like,
holla at him.
That's what I was saying.
Right.
So I'm just like, I think that's what it was. I was trying to get her information and see if I can put her on hold so she could actually go on air.
Right.
But it just felt like she was just trying to just air her grievance to me.
Okay.
And I was just trying to explain to her, like, yo.
You the safe bet, though. Let me talk to the engineer. Because
exactly.
you get on the air, it's going to be a whole...
I didn't want that smoke. That's what it
right.
was. But for real, you listen to the show and you really going to ask, is all black?
Right.
My nigga, like, he's all over social media, my nigga. It's a
Come on.
dumbass question.
It's dumbass question. What the fuck? I love it, though. I love it. We're triggering them. That's, hey, man, I love it. Love it, 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 love it. All right, we going. We going. Everybody hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Here we go. I don't think she crying in the car, but it's like, hey, my nigga, like, what you want? You want to get down with the get down? Let's get down. Debo must have took her chain. Here we go. Ha ha! I sent Andy another 50 songs.
So for the low vibe script, okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to reflect on the significant people in our lives that may have expressed damaging words or messages about the thing that we want. So in this example, in reflecting on my desire for a caring, loving, attentive, and financially responsible partner, I remember that my father left when I was 2 years old because my mother was cheating on him. Okay, so that's the first piece. Now we're going to take a look at the things that were said, that were done, and how it made you feel. So I'm going to be riffing a little bit here because I haven't had a chance to speak with this person one-on-one, but I'm just going to riff on what I know and understand of other people who could relate to this experience, and I personally can relate to some of it. So at the time, I couldn't understand what was going on, but the message I got was, I love you, but I can't be with you. People would also have hushed and heated discussions behind closed doors around me. They would look at me with pity and inexplicable disappointment, and I could sense a cloud of shame hanging over the family as a whole, even though I now realize it was probably directed at my mother. This made me feel bad about myself, like I was a burden to my parents, and especially to my father. I felt like I had somehow done something to deserve being abandoned or shut out from what was really going on around me. Like I had been deemed untrustworthy. So I was distrustful of my own senses and my awareness of my surroundings and the intentions that other people had towards me. Like I didn't know what to expect and I didn't have a right to expect anything. So now we move into what were the decisions you made, right? And what were the actions you took when you came to those conclusions? Well, in response to those feelings, I decided that I wasn't worthy of being taken care of being paid loving and healthy attention to, or of being financially cared for. And I took action on those decisions by attracting and working really hard to convince emotionally unavailable partners to stay with me, to convince them that I was worth loving. And when I think about it today, it makes me feel hopeless and sick to my stomach that I will never get past this habit and belief well enough to attract and keep a healthy partner. And so now we're going to add in a bit of a transition, okay?
Nah, this is good stuff, man. This is good stuff. Tonight's topic, we're asking the question, can the death of the version of you through divorce, right? Can divorce be seen as a pathway to self-realization, enlightenment, or individuation? Can the death of a version of you, the version you had to be in order to survive a toxic marriage, a toxic relationship, can that death lead to self-realization, self-actualization, or as Carl Jung would call it, individuation? A sense of spiritual up-leveling. Can that happen at the hands of a divorce? You hear a lot of married people, when they talk about divorce, they say it's like a death. But what dies can also be reborn. There is a resurrection piece. Maybe the type of relationship we used to have died. But then in that death, there is a resurrection of a new type of relationship that we could still have if we are healed enough and healthy enough to embark on that journey. What if divorce, right, was not a failure, but a crucifixion of sorts? Can divorce crucify some of your unhealed wounds by unearthing them so you can take responsibility for this? Is going to be deep. This is going to be deep. Listen, something special just happened. One of our longtime callers is on the line. But more importantly, I mean, this guy has been a supporter. He's come out here to meet me. This is a good brother, man. And he's been listening to this show, and I'm thankful for his support of this show. But he makes me feel like the work that I've done here matters. So when Andy let me know that not only is he on the line, this is happening in real time. Breaking news, man. Tune into the VOR. But his ex-wife is on the line as well. I want to introduce my brother John from Mountain View, Hawaii, and Kayla from Alexandria, Virginia. She's on the line as well. Both of you, welcome to the VOR. I love it.
And everyone that's there, hello, how y'all doing?
Hey. Now, did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yes, sir, that is correct. Kayla with long hair.
Kayla up in here. Okay, so what did we do to deserve the presence of both of you tonight? I want to know. Let's talk about it.
Well, first and foremost, I'm not sure if things align the way that they do have anything to do with the spiritualness of the Savior that I serve. Yet at the same time, I'm not mad when he aligns everything.
I love it.
Including the fact that this subject goes along the same line. I could bring up the other two report cards, which is my daughter's, but at the same time, what better report card than the human being that my battle went through this situation with me. Ma'am, would you like to say any words? Because I know all things work together for the good of them who love the Lord and is called according to his purpose. And how in the world could that same thing be also in divorce? Your view.
And I mean, this topic was amazing because it is literally why we are actually able to have the conversation that we're having now.
Wow.
Because the divorce is what actually allowed us to see who we were, who we are, and who we're still evolving to become.
Come on.
I'm very honored to be able to even have this conversation with you because I tell you all the time now, it is such a gift to be able to talk to you as a whole human person and for me to take my own responsibility and accountability for what led to the divorce, but also being able to see how we've been able to heal and be friends.
Oh, no. Wait, Kayla. I'm about to start crying. Hold on. Hold tight. Listen. For that caller who called earlier, talking this black love right here, even outside of marriage, you can hear the love, you can hear the growth. This is what the show's purpose is. Are you black? That's my question now. My question, are you black, lady? Call back in. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, we're going back to John and his ex-wife because this is beautiful right here. Let's get it. Man.
All right, so I'm calling it right now. If it's a holiday, this is the episode. Right
He said this the episode. Wow. No, I'm here, John. I'm here. We're not going nowhere. We're coming back. Because I have questions for the both of you. John, we still here, bro. We were up against the clock, so I didn't mean to cut her off, but I had to because we had to get to the clock. You know how to, but hey, tell Kayla, stay with me. We're at the kind of at the end of this first hour, so you know those breaks come really quick. But tell her she's gonna be on. You guys are gonna be on for a minute because I have questions. All right, because let me just say this, John. This is what's so big about what you guys are doing. This is a fucking blueprint. People can see this, like, oh, that's how it's supposed. Wow, like, this is a blueprint. You feel what I'm saying? This is a blueprint. Y'all don't understand the gift you're giving to black folk. I'm trying to tell people. Let me. This is for y'all. This is for we not on air. This is for y'all. We got to stop treating relationships and the people in them like tissue. We wipe our ass with people and throw it away. These are spirits. These are souls. And if we don't know how to manage our soul, I'm definitely going to mismanage yours. So the fact that they could go through something and come out on the other end, man. Hey, John, you don't understand how valuable that is, bro. You don't understand how valuable that is. I don't know who y'all ministering to tonight. Yeah. Nah, man. Ladies and gentlemen, my playlist is my co-host. The Voice of Reason is live on KBLA Talk 1580. You already know what it is. I couldn't even play the clip. I got to get back to the human beings that are on the line, man. I don't know who they're ministering to. Disrupt our regularly scheduled program to continue to have this conversation. Now, Kayla from Alexandria, Virginia was speaking, and I had to kind of rush her a little bit because we're getting a little close to our little cutoff point. But you were saying that you honor this man because of how he's evolved, right? And not only that, you acknowledged what you did and what you brought to the table that led to the divorce. Can you say that your divorce from John was a type of chrysalis that, say, a caterpillar goes through, and then, you know, inside that chrysalis, they break down, they liquefy, and then after a little time in the chrysalis, it becomes a cocoon, and then they come out of the cocoon a totally different being, a beautiful moth from a caterpillar. Do you think the divorce process was kind of like that? You had to reconstruct who you were. You had to reconstruct your view of who you thought he was while seeing him change and grow and evolve. I'm sorry. Kayla, take the floor.
Yes, all of that and then some. And the reason that is because when John and I got married, I was fresh out of high school. I was 18. He was already on his own, had already had a deployment. You know, my entire life of who I thought I was and what I wanted to be was wrapped up in who he was.
Mm-hmm.
And as we transitioned through our relationship, there were things that I thought I wanted or thought I knew about marriage was completely false. And so when things started to transition, I realized once our chapter had ended, I never really gave him the space or created a safe space for him to just exhale. You know, with him being a 20-year Army veteran, experiencing the life that he had, and not really understanding the life that he came from, it was very challenging. And then for me, on my side, not really having a close relationship with my own father, and, you know, never to really use that as an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
But there were so many variables that went into that equation. Neither one of us really had a solid relationship to kind of pattern ourselves behind. Again, not to use that as an excuse, because when you know better, you just do better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But once the divorce was finalized, there I would look at him and say, I don't care if I ever see or talk to you again. But I also understand that when we were going through the divorce, the judge looked at us like, are you all sure that you're doing this? Because we still live together. I did not ask for child support, did not ask for spousal support. I didn't want any of his military benefits. I really wanted him to have a solid reset, because I recognized he did the best he could with what he knew how to do. He was an excellent provider. He did as much as he could with what he knew. And even now, when I talk to him, I'm like, I'm so very proud of you and so very honored to see the work that he continues to do, because he will call even now and say, hey, can we talk about X, Y, and Z? And is it okay? This may hurt, and if it does, I apologize. And I want to say I'm sorry that I should have handled it this way, and this is why. And I will do the same thing. Hey, I remember when we went through this, and this is not the way I should have responded. And this is how this could have gone. And this is how I see you now. And for this, I apologize. It's not, I'm just sorry. Let's talk about how we got there, so we can be the best version of ourselves now.
Man.
We're not, our kids look at us and like, y'all still talk like that? I'm like, absolutely. You know, as women, and I'm going to say this, and I know most of your callers may not agree, as a woman, I have to take ownership of who I am as a person. I put so much weight on him to affirm and make me feel good about who I was, and I didn't know that for myself, and that was unfair to him. That was unfair to him when he didn't know who he was. And a lot of times we don't realize the weight that they carry as a man when we don't know who we are as women, and it's challenging. And so being able to pull back those layers and say, okay, who am I as a person outside of being a wife, outside of being a mom, and not looking for external affirmation, confirmation, and everything else, and being a whole, healthy, and complete person. So if something should ever happen, my entire identity is not wrapped up in my spouse.
Man, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. John, give me your version of what she just gave us, but from your perspective, watching her maturation, watching her discover herself, and then come into this space where she is now. I know it was a process, but clearly you guys have kids, you guys have had interactions. So please tell me from your perspective, did you go through a space of resentment? Did you go through a space of resistance when she wasn't fully there? When did you get to the point where you notice, oh my goodness, Kayla is shifting, she's changing? And talk to me about that moment where it softened you to want to listen, to want to open up and open up these lines of communicate, respectful communication. Talk to me.
Well, sir, the transformation of this very soul that's on the line has been the lifelong process of the whole acceptance of being married. This human being, again, I wasn't allowed to go into the kitchen because of the competition she had with me.
Come on.
I was not perfect in the kitchen. I wasn't perfect in the kitchen. I made mistakes. I burnt food. I seasoned things improperly. Yet at the same time, she looked at it in a totally different light. That I could not understand. As far as my softness to her, how else do you become soft to a human being who does X, Y, and Z to you to make you frown, to make you disappointed, to make you resent even being married yet stay? Because someone told me, spiritually, deep in my soul, you need to stand there for her. You have to stand there for her. No one else has. And you're the one chosen.
Don't go nowhere.
I did that.
Don't go nowhere. John and Kayla, let me just say this, man. This is the human condition we're listening to right now. This is the human condition. John and Kayla, mother and father, beautiful daughters, I'm assuming, but divorced. The divorce killed a portion of their being, their persona, right? And what came out of it, real friendship, real regard, real consideration, respect. Man, this is tonight's topic in real time. Divorce as ego annihilation. When we come forward, we're going back to John and Kayla. Hey, who's that other caller? Hey, man. If y'all ain't hitting that Cash App for this show, I don't know what to say. If this, listen, this is the show for that. Everybody should hit that Cash App. Drop a 5 spot, a 10 spot, whatever. This is a meaningful, powerful show. Goodness gracious.
No offense to Sean, but he ain't really even on topic either. You know what I'm saying? He's going through whatever he's going through with his wife and the chemo and all that. And he just wants to give whatever.
This ain't.
Keep him on hold if you want.
Yeah, this ain't that kind of
and
party.
Then I can just with Kayla and John, like,
Yeah.
Fuck about it.
Yeah, this ain't that kind of party today. I get it. Big Bro Zoe, hope all is well. What up, Chad? What up, what up, what up? Nah, and Dizzle don't be bullshitting. Andy be on it. This is powerful. Moderators, if you feel like it, please put my, oh, you already did. My Cash App is in there. There it is right there. It says support, support, support. $ Zoe What Netter. If you appreciate tonight's content, there's a couple of ways to support. You can go to the $ down at the bottom of the chat, or you can go directly to my Cash App. My Cash App is $ Zoe What Netter. There's a $ at the bottom of the chat. That's the super chat or the super thanks for YouTube. Or you can send it directly to my Cash App. $ Zoe What Netter. Please support, support, support. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. We appreciate it.
Turn off fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, it's gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff? The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How is that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my nips.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
So William,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
In order for us to find love, a part of us must die.
Ooh, wait. Why do we need to die to find love? A part of us.
Because anything that's not love in us must die.
Oh.
And that's the difference between knowing the path and walking the path, right? So one of the things that we want to teach people in the work that we do is to understand how to manage their energy, right? And how to manage their attention. When you feel love, which is just a word, by the way, and people have their own experience of what that is, you tend to feel more whole. And when you feel more whole, you tend to want less. When you truly feel love, it is very different than being selfish. You're kind of more selfless. And when you're in your heart, you're more prone to give, you're more prone to care, you're more prone to be present, you're more prone to be grateful, you're more prone to be kind. That's the consciousness of it.
Man, you're listening to the voice of reason, and I am absolutely flabbergasted over here. Tonight's topic is a doozy for a lot of reasons. Again, you know how I get down. I'm going to do difficult conversations. I'm going to have difficult conversations. I'm going to push the envelope, right? Because entertainment, social media, trauma porn, we so caught up in so many different types of distractions that we've lost the true meaning of relationship, why we relate, why we connect. And even people that are proponents of this show, like Leroy from Inglewood, Leroy might call in here and say, Zoe, you're too hard on him. He'd be like, Zoe, Jesus, yeah, the whole neighborhood is on fire, Zoe. Yes. You cannot, you've heard of the saying, nose blind. When you go in your place and you can't tell, it stank. We are fire blind, right? Money is the answer to everything for most of us. Money and recognition, money and validation, right? That's the answer to everything. Money will buy security. Money can get me notice. That's validation. Let me tell you something about relationships, though. I've been saying it for over 25 years. Relationship is the university of you. We got two people in here who had the Super Bowl of relationships. It's the only relationship that come with rings. They had the Super Bowl of relationships, right? And let me I want to get to this before I bring them back in, because I have questions for them. But we put the ceremony, the rings, we put all of that on a pedestal without understanding the internal mechanism of what relationship is about and how it works. Psychology is born out of ancient spirituality. So when you're dealing with Western psychologists and clinicians, they are bound by the scientific method and scientific thought. But many of their principles mirror the principles from ancient times. The great Krishnamurti was born in 1895. He mirrored the Buddha. Many prominent Buddhists, such as the Dalai Lama, see Krishnamurti as a reincarnation of the Buddha and a completion of that movement and that work. So Zoe comes here and says, nah, man, my people, right, are destroyed because of a lack of knowledge. Nah, we play with knowledge. Nah, we got to get serious we got to stop being so serious about the distractions, about the temptations, about trying to be seen and acknowledged by the toxicity of this world and get back to being good people, people who love. You ain't got to be married to love. I'm not saying marriage isn't a good thing. I'm not saying you shouldn't have it. Right? In America, we talked about it. It's the number one indicator of wealth in America. Sure, it's a family business. But tonight, we talked about divorce and how divorce can destroy who you thought you were, who you thought the marriage made you out to be. But can it also be a conduit to self-realization, to self-actualization, to what Carl Jung called individuation? Listen, we got a couple, well, an ex-couple that's on the line tonight, and this happened impromptu. We got Kayla from Alexandria, John's ex-wife, and we got John from Mountain View, Hawaii. Virginia and Hawaii. I mean, they couldn't be further apart. Lord have mercy in the name of sweet baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Oh, but they're here, and I am so thankful for the transparency, for the honesty that they are both exhibiting. Let me just say, I'm going to ask John first, then Kayla. Who initiated the divorce?
I want to say by actions, me.
You did.
Again, we always start with what leads to, not the person who just says, I'm done.
Right. No, we're not bottom line in nothing over here. We know everything is a process, and it had to get to where it had to get to, and we don't know all of the steps it took. Now, Kayla, did he serve you papers? Did he bring you papers? And if that was the case, what was your first thought? How did you feel?
You are probably going to fall out of your chair when I say this. No, he did not serve me. He actually completed them, and we actually did them together without attorneys. And we filed them at our local court, and that's how we did it. We did it ourselves.
Wow.
But he completed most of the paperwork. And we stood before the judge, and how long did we live together? Was it 6 months after it was done? Something like that.
Everybody had to get their stuff in order to start their individualization. Not just the deeper portions of self-work, but the actual foundations of where am I going to rest my head? And that had to be done before any of this had to take place, so we didn't leave each other in the dark. No, she didn't walk away with half of my money, but in most portions, the new car that she had to get was in my name. The place that she had bills to take care of when she didn't have a job, the money was given to me. You're going to live, man. There's 2 other reasons why.
Right.
So yeah, it wasn't that she wasn't going to be taken care of. And this too, according to the Bible, she has yet to have a father or a brother or somebody from my family to assume that responsibility for her. It's still my job.
Come on, man.
And no, let me tell you about Mr. Gilbert here. He is still taking care of me in his own way. I mean, and randomly, if he sees something that he thinks I may like, it will show up, and he will do it in the script handwriting that I like. My favorite color is orange, so he will address it in orange Sharpie or a pen or something or another, because he still knows me. Because that's just how he is. And vice versa. If I see something, or if I'm out, if it's something that reminds me of him, that's what we.
Wow. So let me just say this. Are you telling me that although the divorce happened and whatever, it went about, it had to go down, you guys remained friends? It appears that way. You guys remain friends. You have 2 daughters. Did the daughters factor into the decision to not be resentful or maybe argumentative, or did you guys have some bumpy moments that you had to kind of wade through as well?
Oh yeah, we still have some bumpy moments.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kayla. Go ahead, Kayla.
Go ahead, John. Oh no, we still have some bumpy moments, but the one thing that I will say about our daughters is that the one thing that I asked him to do above all else was to have a relationship with them, but it had to be on their terms. And I'm so very grateful that they each have their own unique relationship with him, and they are in their own journey with him, and he's done that. But yeah, we had some moments.
Well, one of the moments being the report cards that we got from you.
What?
Go ahead. You can have that one. Go ahead.
What, John? You sending out? Man, don't make me throw this phone across the studio. Yeah. Go ahead, John.
No, sir. I'm really letting you in on what took place with these 2 daughters of mine. Again, you're talking about 2 individuals who, in their growth and in their own individualization, had came to both of us separately, and yet whole. I'm like, wait, what? You give me a report card. You review everything over our lives that we brought to you, good and bad, and you still gave us passing grades? Passing grades?
Wait, the kids gave you a report card and it was a passing grade? Is that what you're telling me?
That's the part that I threw my phone at.
The kids graded the breakup and y'all still got the passing grade. Come on, kids.
Yeah, our children, and I think I told John, I said, our kids said, we love Dad, but what took you so long?
Ooh, wait.
That part.
Whoa.
That part.
Wow.
It's like they knew that there needed to be a separation so that we could all heal.
Wow.
And he needed that. And to see him where he is now, when he came to see you, we were all like, oh, you got to go. You got to go. You're talking about all of us celebrating that he is living his best life.
Wow.
Like you taking the trip, when are you getting out of there? When are you going to go do something for you? And we all celebrate that. Because it's something that he's not done, because he's always sacrificed for us and everybody else. So now it's like, this is your moment. So to hear him be on the podcast, I was so excited. I was taking screenshots and sending links to the YouTube and like, oh, listen, John is on the podcast. Like, y'all got to hear this. You got to see this.
Wow.
To see him just be in his element and be confident in the man that I know that he can be and is still evolving to become. Because the person that I divorced was not the one that I married.
Yes.
And so that is where I think a lot of people sometimes miss, is that you should not, obviously, not be the same person you were when you first get married. You're supposed to change. but to be able to know when it switches. I don't know if that makes sense. But
No,
there
no.
are so many layers
Yeah.
to when he evolves.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be quite challenging. And when you're not sure how to navigate that, that's when you were saying that you're dying.
Right.
And it was a slow death, and it was very painful.
Mm-hmm.
And I can remember I would call him and be like, I miss the small details of being married. I remember the first time I had to go put gas in the car, and I had to learn how to do the maintenance. And it was like, I don't like this, but this is the consequence of being single now. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what I got to do.
That's the opportunity cost. We chose divorce. The opportunity cost is I'm not going to have somebody to take care of the little things, the things that I didn't pay attention to. Oh, this is beautiful. But the fact that you matured through that, and he
got cash in his pocket, so I'm excited for him. That's
and then the daughters are observing and watching all of this go down as well, right?
Yes.
Man.
Of course, sir.
But do you see the beauty in that though?
Oh yeah, because they'll call and be like, especially when what was it, John, when you were out with him, and they were like, who was that? And they was like, that's my daddy. Don't be looking at him like that. They are very protective. Like,
Wait,
don't
don't go nowhere, man. Hey, listen, don't go anywhere. John and Kayla, divorcees. Listen, we got a divorced couple on, and they are giving us the blueprint of how to do it right. Oh my goodness. When we come forward, the voice of reason is on complete fire tonight. Yo, this is, wow. This different. This different. Everybody said, hell nah on the Cash App. Nobody's supporting. This is probably one of the best shows we've ever done. Yo, this is probably one of the best shows we've ever done. Miss JB, are you still in here, Miss JB? There go Miss JB. That's not what I was talking about. I was seeing some of your correspondence. I did check the DM and I sent you a message. I did. Nah, man. Blessings to you, Brother Gilbreth. Blessings to you, man. Ah, okay, got it. Got you. Yeah. Tomorrow is Wednesday, yeah? Hump day already. Oh, wow. What up, Carbon Focus? What up, what up, what up? Everybody hit that like button when you come in. Mufasa. Thank you, fam. Mufasa. Wait, hold on. Max Shug 510. Thank you, sir. We own it. Here we go.
Today's topic is when separation becomes mercy, divorce without distraction. Sometimes, no matter how sincere the effort, no matter how many stitches are sewn, no matter how much dua is whispered in the night, the garment remains torn. It is neither soft nor safe. It does not warm. It does not protect. It becomes heavy, suffocating, and painful to bear. You see, let us also acknowledge this truth. Not all garments are meant to last a lifetime. Sometimes the damage is too deep. Sometimes the fit was never right. Sometimes the fabric is suffocating, not comforting. And Allah in His mercy allowed for divorce, not as a punishment, but as a release. Allah says, فَإِمْسَاكُمْ بِمَعْرُوفٍ أَوْ تَصْرِيحٌ بِإِحْسَانٍ. So keep your spouse in kindness or release them with grace. Surah Al-Baqarah chapter 2 verse 229.
Ooh, hey, Abdul Fattah Adiyemi. He's on fire. He was cooking. I loved everything he said. Sometimes divorce is a release. Right? Sometimes divorce is a fire that purifies the lies you had to tell yourself to stay in a situation that was unhealthy. Oh man, we cooking tonight. I want to get my final thoughts from John and Kayla. Wow, this was a journey. This conversation was a journey. I just want to say to both of you, I know that not everybody's divorce will end up like yours did, right? You guys are truly blessed. God has a protection and a covering over you guys for sure, and your children. I know a lot of people struggle when breaking up. Breaking up leads to resentment and contempt and just this bitterness. And the fact that you both are here, man, it makes me believe in humanity. Like, seeing all the mess I see on a daily basis, man, sometimes you can look at it and be like, man, how long is humanity gonna hang out? When is the extinction button gonna happen? But hearing your story and see your ex-wife is like cheering and rooting you on and bigging you up to your daughters and appreciative. And then the flip side is you're the same way towards her. Like, I watched her grow and evolve. And let me just say, man, I don't want to say it, but should I say it? I don't want to say it. But I want to say it. I'm going to ask your ex-wife, can I say it, Kayla? Can I say it? Lord, I want to say it, but I just need permission to say it. Kayla, can I say it or no?
Please, be free. I think you said this is a transparent, judgment-free.
Yes.
This is your platform, sir. I'm just simply a guest.
Okay.
So,
would you guys ever reconsider? Maybe not marriage, but coming back together. I mean, you're already a family, but coming back together, maybe? It was just so much love on the phone. I had to ask. I'm sorry.
Sir, this is not only happened, but there are many days to come. We still have 2 report cards to get grades from.
I love y'all, man. Listen, you have restored and renewed my hope, man. This is beautiful, bruh. This is beautiful, sister. Man, hug them kids for me. I appreciate you guys. Now, Kayla, do you know the rules?
What are the rules, sir?
All right. Kayla, guess what you just did?
What did I just do?
Oh,
sir?
she don't know the rules. John, tell her the
You don't
rules.
know the rules.
Tell her the rules,
The
John.
rules are, you are supposed to represent where you're from. As he asked you the question, what did you just do? I have brought my city in the building.
Oh,
Kayla, what did you just do?
I brought my city in the building. Alexandria, Virginia.
There we go. Hey, John.
One more time.
Okay, Andy said one more time. She got to do it one more time. She messed up. Okay. Kayla, what did you just do?
I brought my city in the building. Alexandria, Virginia.
We'll take it. Hey, John, guess what you just did, brother?
Mountain View is definitely in the house. The lava's still flowing. The hurricane is passing by. Blessings to all.
Yes, sir. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me 1-800-920-1580, the voice of reason. Ain't nothing like it. That was dope. Hey, John. Yo, I'm sending you love, brother. That was dope. I'm sending you love, John. I'm sending you love, bro. Hey, Andy. Tell him to be on topic. Team Kayla and John, y'all getting back together.
Yeah, you can keep him on hold if you want to. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Or you can keep him on hold, or let him say his piece, and then deuces.
But he got to be on topic.
He's probably not going to be out, or just be like, or let him know. Like,
Is he saucy?
He's saucy every night.
Oh, well, no. I can't do it.
All right, well, he's going to stay on hold then.
All right. Can I get another call? We need another call. Somebody call in. If that wasn't inspirational, call in. That was too inspirational, man. Where are we? Agape love. Yeah, that was good. Hey, don't do me, Miss JB. Don't do me. Don't do me. Bert and Irwin just sent me a Cash App. Albert and Irwin. Thank you. Those are our only Cash Apps for tonight. We appreciate it. If you enjoyed that conversation, what happened? What happened, Miss JB? Edwin, sorry, not Irwin, Edwin. Forgive me, good sir. Hey, man, John, you have no... Man, I'm over here buzzing, yo. Loud audio buzzing. I don't know what you hear. Hey, but John, hey, man, I'm over here buzzing, dog. I'm on cloud 9, man. Man. I wasn't bullshitting when I say you restored my hope, man. That is the fan right there. Man, keep working, brother. Keep working, man. Nah, man, it's the man you are. It's the woman that woman is. Bro, y'all did that. Can't nobody take no credit from y'all. Can't nobody, that's y'all. That's whatever spirit y'all got going on. That's y'all who did that. Ain't no voice of reason, Zoe Williams, and whoever else out there talking. That ain't, nobody can take credit for that. That's y'all. I can hear it in y'all voice. I can hear it in y'all interaction, the way y'all talk. Man, that's y'all. That's y'all. That shit made me happy, dog. I mean, listen, I'm a fucking curmudgeon 23 hours, well, 22 hours of the day. The other 2 hours, I'm on the radio. But man, that shit uplifted me. You understand me? That shit uplifted me. So, shit. Definitely, that's a win.
Now, why marry according to Ifa? Like, what's the purpose? So we have 3 different reasons here. No, 4 different reasons here. The first is procreation. This is the most important where Ifa is concerned. There is a very big focus on children in this tradition and bringing forth children. And the reason why is because as we have children, we make a way for our returned ancestors, right? If our bloodlines die out, if our lineages die out, that makes it, it creates less options for the ancestors to come back through. And it's a mandate given by Ifa that we should procreate, be fruitful and multiply. So yes, that's why, one of the reasons. Another reason is companionship. Husband and wife become permanent friends and supporters for one another. Now, I know in our culture, it's very common for people to live alone. Single women are living alone, single men are living alone. And, of course, you have people who have children, and there are couples, but
there's a very individualistic focus here in the United States. And that's not really what Ifa wants for us. You know, Ifa wants companionship for us. We're supposed to be together in family units and helping one another. Another reason why...
Man, if this ain't the most perfect clip after John and Kayla, if this ain't the most perfect clip, the clip is called The Divine Mind 444 Video. That's the name of the channel, The Divine Mind 444. Title of the video, My Orisha Journey. What Ifa says about marriage. Man, that was perfect, especially after them. I haven't heard any of these clips, and we're gonna pull clips from every culture. This is a cultural anthropological show, man. We're gonna bring in everything. Nothing's off limits. Tonight's topic has been a doozy. Does divorce lead to the death of your ego? When the marriage dies, who are you without your matrimonial mask? The mask you had to wear while you were married. Here we go. We got callers on the line. Let's get them in here. Joseph from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. What up, good sir?
Hey, everything good, man. How you holding up today?
Man, I'm alive and well. Now, this is your first time calling, so you know there's no profanity on the radio. So, what are your thoughts, brother? What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Hey, look, man. It showed me where I got a little bit more growth and development. Like, to you know, on my own journey here, I wish that I could have that level of respect and communication and togetherness post matrimony. You understand? Like mine wasn't nothing like that. I'm out here moving around in the country, and I pulled over. I was like, I got to touch the offering plate in the tip jar one time, because that was an exceptional exchange, bro. You know, and man, maybe in time, my communication with my daughter's mother, my ex-wife, could be restored. We'll see. We all got our own journey, you know, and I'm gonna just keep walking it and living it.
Are you working towards it, though?
Well, let's do this, Joseph. Let's do this, Joseph. Come on, man. Listen, bro. We fam. When you call into the Voice of Reason, man, you family for sure. Cause I know you've been listening for a while. Am I right? All right then.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
so
man, we go way back.
That's what I'm saying. So my thought process, just to ask this question, what are the 3 things you need to work on that you bring to the table that are negative, that prevent you and your ex from actually talking and having a real conversation that's respectful and productive? Is there anything that you do? Can you name the 3 things that you might think, man, like, gosh, I need to stop doing this. I need to stop doing that. What is it, if anything at all?
You know, like the hairs are standing up on both of my arms right now because you're being borderline intrusive to my own benefit.
I know, because it's love. You know it's love. Joseph, it's love. Come on.
I could acknowledge to her, like I've acknowledged, you know, to myself or what have you, and then maybe to some other, in some other relationships post the marriage, like, I did this, that, and the third wrong, but I ain't have, you know, like, man, I stepped out, you know. She just, when she asked, I denied it because I wasn't doing nothing at the time. So I was comfortable with saying, no, that ain't it, you know. But it was some hurt, you know, off up in there, you know, coming out of there, and it was difficult, challenging to discuss, and quite frankly, bro, I'm scared to open it up again. You know what I'm saying? To open up the conversation.
Right.
You know, I'm nervous.
Right.
I'm nervous about that, but I could I could acknowledge that there were some critical and pivotal moments where I did not side with my wife, bro. You know what I mean? And I understand that, like, yo, bro, like, that didn't bring us closer. It didn't break us immediately, but boy, was it a crack, though. Yeah.
Let me say something, man. Let me tell you something right now. You've already up-leveled. You're on a nationally syndicated radio show, bro. And you talking. Do you know how difficult that is to do? Man, that's manhood. You owning your stuff. And I'm telling you right now, listen, man, this is just the beginning. I would encourage you to find, and listen to what I'm about to tell you.
Yes, sir.
I would encourage you to find a therapist that's a sister, that's spiritual, not religious. And man, sit down with her and work out a plan on how to reapproach your ex, your wife.
Hey, Zoe.
Yeah.
I got one.
I bet you, come on.
In the pocket. You understand? We done some of this, and you've already contributed. You know, you don't know me personally, but I feel like, you know, part of the family, because there was a time that I would tune in. You know, I done seen you grow and evolve and then move from one studio to the next and another one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, yeah, bro, you're a part of me. You know, sorry about the yeah.
No, you good, brother. You good, Joseph.
Yeah,
you good.
But yeah, man, you started it, and you know, you have to plant some and nurture some of these seeds, man. You know, I just ain't been on that part. Because the digging and the exploring, it got difficult, bro.
Yeah, of course.
It got difficult, and I just slowed down and was like, yo, bro, I'm about to
Get back to it.
intentionally tread water. And my focus got real simple. I want to live another day. I want to eat food today. I want to put gas in my car. It sounds simple. But
no, I hear you.
Man, you know, I've been some places, bro, and I'm grateful to still be here standing.
But Joseph, I'm going to tell you this, man. Real healing, sometimes it hurts.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to face it down. You got to face that pain. You got to embrace it. And if you want to make things right, you got to do what's right at the cost of what's right. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
Joseph, I love you, man. Guess what you just did, fam?
Hey, I brought Pittsburgh. I brought the earth in the building.
Come on, Pittsburgh, black and yellow up in the building. Listen, if you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. The voice of reason has been on complete fire tonight. Woo! I love it. I love it. Helium Pyru, what is going on? Yeah, Miss B, but guess what? You gotta let him get that out first. Then you go back and you start pulling back. Hey, you might be shifting the blame here. But you gotta let it come out first. Cause it's harder. You can tell it was hard for the brother to even open up and share what he shared. So, you know, I'm going to let him have that moment before I start tearing him down. And I never want to tear them down, you know, so to speak, per se, you know. Yeah, onions, layers. Yeah, you got to allow them the space to, you know, voice their grievance. Man, oh man, it's Chevys.
When I work with survivors in my practice, and when I speak to them in a subscription, like a sort of healing program I've got that people come every month, the one thing I say is you gotta wait a beat. The temptation is I'm gonna throw myself into your relationship as a palate cleanser. I'm like, you know what, sit with that dirty palate for a minute. Because you need to do this work in you. Because I think the challenge is that when people get into narcissistic relationships or antagonistic or toxic relationships, they don't know what they're dealing with, or they're replicating cycles from earlier in their life, right? Or both. And so what happens is that if you pivot too quickly, you don't get a chance to sort of know you. A narcissistic relationship does such a number on you. You have now been living in someone else's reality, right? People forget, like, do I like pepperoni pizza? Or do I enjoy this TV show? Or what temperature do I rent the house at? Like, you literally lose sight of your own subjective sense of who you are. You lose sense of reality and your own perception of things. You just lose it all because you literally have been living in psychological servitude to this other person. So I tell people,
man, Dr. Romani is always cooking with the rarest grease. That's her on Lewis Howe's show. And, yo, she was cooking. Listen, tonight's topic was a thing of beauty. We had no idea that an actual divorced couple was going to call in and kind of share their journey. I asked the question, can divorce be a type of trigger for self-realization? Dr. Romani in the clip with Lewis Howe is basically saying, simply saying, what? You become someone else when you're in a toxic relationship. If you're producing the toxicity, the you that's producing the toxicity in the relationship is really not the higher you, it's the lower, hurt, egoic you. And oftentimes divorce, which is the loss of something you tried to control or something you tried to manage or whatever you did, triggers the death of that character. Sometimes, not all the time. Divorce as ego annihilation. When the marriage dies, who are you without your mask? Your psychological insight here. According to Carl Jung, individuation demands ego death. Divorce strips away the persona you curated for the relationship to survive. Your philosophical or spiritual insight. St. John of the Cross, Dark Night. The absence of illusion is initiation into truth. I'm calling you out tonight. There's so many people who lack the level of truth that was exhibited by John and Kayla, and that's after divorce. They were in their truth. They talked about the mess they created, the mess they brought to the table. It's so many of you that are married right now that are behind the damn mask. Those two people showed more truth in divorce than many people show in matrimony. Am I anti-black because I'm calling it out? Huh? I'm asking a question. Your clinical and empirical insight here. EMDR frames divorce as bilateral stimulation of the psyche, forcing integration of past trauma with present rupture. Your cultural insight. Our culture pathologizes divorce because it destabilizes identity scripts tied to productivity and belonging. Yes, divorce can be a type of ego death, but is that such a bad thing? What about the failed escape plan? Is divorce just a symptom of unhealed childhood wounds? Your psychological insight. Attachment theory reveals we often unconsciously marry our unresolved wounds. Divorce reopens them. Philosophical spiritual insight. Buddhism teaches that clinging to partners as saviors is samsaric entrapment, not liberation. Let me tell you what samsaric entrapment is. Samsara, right, is the Sanskrit word for this endless wheel of time. The wheel of samsara, the samsaric entrapment. Let me tell you what that is. It's a karmic reenactment. Samsara means the wheel of time, the birth, life, and death. So Buddhism teaches that clinging to partners as saviors is samsara. It is a reenactment, thus an entrapment, thus an attachment, thus not liberation. Your clinical and empirical insight. Trauma bonding research, according to Ross Rosenberg, Babette Rothschild, Patrick Carnes, shows love often conceals addiction to pain. Your cultural insight. Western marriage normalizes outsourcing emotional labor, creating dependency structures which are ultimately doomed to collapse. Divorce as crucifixion. Why the end of union is the true gospel of resurrection. Your psychological insight. Individuation requires confronting the shadow, rage, shame, blame that is projected out onto your ex, right? Individuation requires that you confront that instead of projecting it, right? Ask the question again. If you're not individuated, if you're not on the individuation path, individuation is a spectrum. Nobody is fully individuated. But if you're not on the individuation path, how successful will your marriage really be? Your philosophical and spiritual insight here. Christianity's crucifixion / resurrection archetype mirrors marital death and psychic rebirth. Your clinical and empirical insight on this is research shows divorce This is heavy. Research shows divorce grief activates neural pathways identical to bereavement. Right? Gosh. It's really a death. The death of what, though? It could be the death of you. You still can choose this. Or it could be the death of the things you brought to the table that made the marriage unstable. Listen, I start the conversations. It's up to you to finish them. I'm the voice of reason. Guess who'll be back tomorrow with yet another slapper? It's not going to end until Thursday. I'll holla. Hey, yo, fire show. Love y'all. And Dizzle.
Yes, sir.
It was good, right?
Yeah, man, this is dope, man.
Hey,
Right here.
it flew. You said you're gonna play that on the next one, right?
It's a holiday. It's the one right here.